Hi there. Welcome to The Joy of Color Grading. I'm Greg, and I'll be your host today. We're starting a new project, continuing on. Well, I guess you can't say continuing if you're starting anew. But yeah, we're starting a new project today. And hi there. Hi there. Welcome to The Joy of Color Grading. I'm your host, and today we're going to be continuing on. Well, I guess you can't say continuing if we're starting a new project. But we're going to be working on a short film that I'm currently color grading. We're going to be looking at several of the clips, but we're going to break it down into three phases. We're going to start with the cinematic look development, so kind of just that broad strokes. Let's get us all almost to the finish line with a couple moves. And then in the next segment, we'll be looking at how I just went through and balanced a variety of the shots so they have kind of a similarity feel to them. And then finally, we'll be closing it out with let's make some of these shots be extra poppy and extra fun. But yeah, let's get creative. How are you guys doing this morning? I woke up quite nicely and early and am enjoying myself. So we have our footage at a baseline level coming all in. Let's turn off everything because I don't know, we're going to try some things. So the footage that I have selected, I would normally use a CST here, but we're going to skip that because it's all in DaVinci Wide Gamut. It's ready to go. And we're just going to start at the top of the note tree. We want to know, you can't really tell how big the base of the tree needs to really be until you really dress up the leaves. We're going to think about this in reverse. So we're just starting at the top. And we have, this is one of my favorite images from here. So we're going to start, these are the hero shots, by the way. Kind of representative of the whole project and tells me different things. So let's see here. Normally, you could just use a CST out to Rec 709, but we're going to use JP244. I'm just going to turn that on. I'm liking that. We could play around with. There's another one that I like to use called OpenDRT. Oh, oops, daisy, that's not what we wanted. There we go. So yeah, what if we do that and we just put a parallel there just so we can see quickly the difference between the two. We'll just copy this over, paste it. And it's going to freak out at me, but that's okay. We're just going to do that. And we're going to switch that. And we're going to put this one back. It's labeled. Back to JP. JP, where are you? There you are. All right. So we're just going to evaluate. This is taking it out at a baseline pipeline from the camera, getting converted through DaVinci Wide Gamut all the way on out to Rec 709. So this is OpenDRT. Let's turn that off, and we'll turn JP on. And grab a still of the two. Let's just put up stills. Still album. Grab a still. This is JP, and this is DRT. We can just wipe that. Let's see here. Play still. We'll just wipe that back and forth. So you can see. Let's see here. Oops. Don't want to turn. Undo. So we have right now. Our OpenDRT is the one that's turned on. So that's the one on the left. See, JP just has a little bit more contrast. I think there's a little bit more life in the OpenDRT one. She's a little bit more faded. We'll have to do a little bit more work to her skin. I think I'm going to leave it on OpenDRT for today. Seems fun. I'm going to pop over here. Let's play around with. Let's just copy this active layer to all these nodes. Copy the active layer. Apply active layer. There we go. I gotta get a Stream Deck and get this all sorted out. So yeah, now all of our nodes are in the same place. Let's start with this one where we're at. Let's work on the contrast. Let's show the curve a little bit. Let's get curvaceous. We're just gonna tweak that. Yeah, nice and gentle. Just see how we're doing. Pushing that up. And we do have that bright spot off to the side. Let's see if we bring our white point down and just cramp it down a little bit. We want our blacks fully black. I don't know. We can always revisit. This is the beauty of art, is that it's never ending. As they like to say, you only abandon your projects. You don't really ever finish them. Let's just see how that's looking on all of our other shots. Just simple contrast. That one's going to need a little work. Probably on the sweetener, so not bad. This is a nighttime shot, so nice curve. Let's see what effect we had by just turning that on and off. Yeah, just kind of push those greens out a little bit. Just kind of rein things in a notch. Too shabby. So then, yeah, this can do a variety of things. It's a nice little DCTL. I think they're going to make it available for free. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. That's just what I use. I'm currently using now. But I'm going to work on density. Like, I just want to bring up, let's just make things a little denser. I don't even know what that term means half the time. It could mean a variety of things, but it really is just congregating your colors. We should call this congregation. Because from what I understand in the chat rooms that I'm a part of, you know, they tend to not like the term density as much and would want to view it more as let's congregate. So yeah, let's check out our DCTL. Just bring up our saturation a little bit. It's like that. We don't want to go too far. Those red boots, we want to accentuate. So the story is that it's about a girl that likes her red boots. And are we going to want, we'll probably do any hue shifts to tighten up those red boots, because we could really just make her purple and do that selectively shot by shot, because they were all shot differently. But yeah, let's just try this out a little bit. Do we want split toning? Do we want this image to be warm in the highlights? So let's go back to contour. I've been playing around with this one. I'll do both mono nodes and everything like that, but this one's set up for looking at our split, just our split tone. Let's show that split curve. So you can see the swatch is kind of target what our, if we crank that split strength all the way up. Crank it, you can see it's just putting that orange highlight in there. We can just dial this in. What I think contour, we really want in the shadows, that's where the boots are going to live, to make sure that we are giving as much contrast to those boots as possible. Highlight, we want to make sure that we're not, make things brighter. Let's go like that. We want we want the shadows to be stronger, so that there is a little bit more contrast, a little bit more separation between the boots and everything like that. Let's just subtract it. Oops. Let's dismiss that for now. Let's work that a little bit. Where should we put the pivot line? Stretch up that neutral segment. So the cool thing about contours split toning compared to other split toning, you could draw your own curve in curves and things like that to do split toning. It's these swatches that are fantastic. You can't really go wrong with these having the swatches to tell you what is going on and how things are, what colors are you putting on. I haven't found a way of doing that separate from that, but it also has a way of getting back to true black and getting back to true white. It kind of moderates the curve quite a little bit so that you're never really just going everywhere is going to get washed, including pure white, because even that doesn't seem natural at all. Anyways, let's just click around and we can turn that curve off so we don't have to see that curve no more, and then we can just kind of see what effect. Yeah, very subtle, nothing too crazy, just gave it a little love, just made it feel a little nice. And we can see all the operations we kind of just did. We pop through there, we can turn them off. That's where we started, and that's where we're at. A little contrast, a little saturation, some density. We can see how that's going to affect all of our other images. So this is saying, hey, the top end level, we want everything to have whatever comes into this page of our layered node graph up here. We want it to have all the same feels. So you can see what we did to this one by just turning it on, turn it on, turn it on, turn it on, turn it on. Yeah, it's not too shabby. I gotta make sure that think about learning how to record. These are the early days. Hopefully this channel gets a little bit better. But right now we've just covered working on the top end of these shots. So if you tune into the next episode, you'll get to see, you can hit the next one should be here by now, and you can watch as we work through, let's just say, balancing the exposures, because you can tell, even though we got that top line contrast, there's a lot going on here that's different from this one, it's different from this one, and this one's all on its own. So you can see where we're going to go in the next segment of time, where we kind of work through on a shot-by-shot basis of these shots to kind of get them in the same ballpark, constructively speaking. So if you like this video, if you like this style of color grading videos, I've thought about how to do it quite a bit. Please like, subscribe, and do all those other things that YouTube likes. If you would like to have me color grade your video or your commercial or your film, and have it done here live on the channel like this, hey, send me an email. There's links and information down below in the description. But I'd be happy to have you, and I'd be happy to chat. I do when I'm getting paid, work a little bit faster than a Bob Rossian style. So till next time.